Buenos días. Hoy es el 3 o el 4 de mayo. ¿Es lunes o es martes? ¿Qué planes tienes, amigos? What plans do you have? Remember, this is always about making plans, making friends, and doing this in español. Don't forget you have an assignment called Lugares, Tarea, from last class. Also, always keeping available at your side expresiones útiles para la clase de español. This is hyperlinked in here. If you click in here, you will see the useful classroom expressions. About half of them are for in-person, but there's at least about half of those that you could use in a virtual meeting with me, such as I don't understand, could you repeat that? I know, I don't know, how do you say, how do you spell, etc. Okay, I want you to pause in just a moment, and I want you to take a look at this, and I want you to practice doing a presentation like this without looking at the screen. If you have to consistently look at the screen, then you need to practice more of this at home. So pause and come back in about 30 seconds after introducing two friends to each other or a friend to a friend. Okay, how did that go? Now I'd like you to do the same for this. Say your friend's name. Where are you going? Luis, ¿a dónde vas? Luis responde, yo voy al restaurante. ¿Y tú? Yo voy al restaurante también. So again, practicing this conversation without referring to the screen. Let's pause and try that again. Okay, how did that go? All right, I'm going to click through this. You want to say it before you see it. El café, el restaurante. El médico. El colegio, la escuela. Again, you want to beat me to the word. La oficina. La biblioteca. El cine. El parque. El gimnasio. El dentista. El banco. El centro, downtown. La ciudad, the city. La tienda. El hotel. El apartamento de. La casa de. If you're saying it's someone's house, you'd say de and then the person's name. Otherwise, el apartamento, la casa. Now we want to work on expanding where we're going and how we're getting there. Luis, ¿a dónde vas? Luis responde, yo voy al restaurante a pie. ¿Y tú? Yo voy a la biblioteca en bici. So again, now we're adding transportation. If someone doesn't say how they're getting there, but you want to know, ¿cómo significa how? Vas, you going. So how are you going? ¿Cómo vas? Your friend says, yo voy a mi casa. You're going to their house. You want to know, how are you getting there? ¿Cómo vas? And then they reply, voy a pie. I'm going on foot. Okay, very similar to what we've been talking about. If you need to know how they're getting there, ¿cómo vas? Y voy. Now, as I go through these different modes of transportation, I want you to add a sentence. Where do you go when you go this way? For example, a pie. Where do you go on foot? You would say, yo voy a mi casa a pie. So say out loud a time in which you go on foot. En bici. Bici is bike, bicicleta, bicycle. Here's another example for me. Yo voy al parque en bici. So where do you go via bike? Yo no tengo un lugar. I don't have a place. Yo no tengo un caballo. But we could imagine yo voy al parque a caballo. En tren. It's not the light rail. It's like an Amtrak. Yo voy a Chicago en tren. Yo no voy en moto. I don't go on a motorcycle, but you might. Yo voy al centro en autobús. Yo voy a la tienda en carro. Yo no voy en camión. Yo voy a un restaurante en taxi. Yo voy en el río St. Croix or en el río Mississippi en barco. You might say yo no voy en barco if you don't go on a boat. Yo voy al un juego de béisbol en metro. Yo voy a un partido de béisbol en metro. Yo voy a ver los Twins en metro. Yo voy a Seattle en avión. Yo voy al parque en patines. Yo no voy en monopatín. Okay, I want you to go to Schoology and open up the verb conjugation template. Again, go to Gramática, the grammar folder, es de color naranja, and open up your verb conjugation template and pause. Okay, welcome back. I want you to check that you have a verb conjugation template that looks like this, and now I'm going to ask you to complete it as best as you can. So we're going to start with the verb ir. Did you know you were using the verb ir, which means to go? When you add the a, it's to go to. Now, before I advance to the next slide, I want you to complete the subject pronouns I, you, he, she, you formal, we, and they, okay, in this gray spot, and then pause. How did you do? Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. These are the 10 subject pronouns. They take the place of the subject. Now, if yo means I would like you to write those in there. Yo, I. Nosotros, nosotras, we masculine, we feminine. So do the best of writing those in, giving some space over here to complete what you're doing. And now pause. Okay, so I'd like you to complete this entirely. I go to, you go to, he goes to, she goes to, etc. You're now writing the translations for the conjugations that are going to go in this spot. What goes with yo? Como se dice I go to? You know this. And how do you say, como se dice you go to? Pause. Here we have it. Yo voy a, tú vas a, él, ella, usted va a, nosotros, nosotras vamos a, ellos, ellas, ustedes van a. So this is how we express to go to. Now there's many different ways to use this. I'm going to the park, yo voy al parque, yo voy a pie, I'm going on foot, and ultimately yo voy a comer, I'm going to eat. We'll just pause on this for now and study this. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. It becomes like multiplication table. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. Okay, we're going to skip over this section here. And then I want you to practice your conjugation of ir using this chart. Okay, muy bien. Adiós.